Look at like preach.
What is going on, YouTube family? Today we are talking about the 3-step framework for confidence. The thing is, most people, they think confidence is something that you either have or you don't have, right? And this is not the case. There's a simple framework, a simple system that if you apply to almost any area of your life, you can develop a magnetic confidence in whatever you're doing. Whether that's speaking to people, becoming more social, starting a business, learning how to dance, learning a language, doesn't matter. You apply this simple 3-step framework and it changes the way you show up and feel in these situations and in that learning process. So like I said before, the framework is very simple. Starts with action, right? And the action in doing whatever it is and starting whatever it is that you want to do and get better at and build confidence in, inevitably changes your emotion about that very thing. The action alongside the emotion inevitably creates the results, and then it comes back around. So the results changes the emotions that you have about that thing. Once you start seeing results, start seeing some progress, and then that inspires you and drives you to take more action in that very thing. And that is how you build confidence as you start to get better and see those results. So in my life, I really understood this framework and started to develop this through my curiosity in wanting to learn new things all the time. So every year, typically, I have one thing that I focus on, one new thing that I want to learn and get to let's say at least an intermediate level at. A few years ago, it was salsa dancing. 2 years ago, it was chess. A couple of years ago, it was Spanish. I realized that with all of these things, I was a beginner, obviously at the beginning, and I didn't have confidence in that thing. But one thing I was really, really good at was developing confidence in that specific thing very, very quickly. So I started to think about how I was doing this. And actually the process was very, very simple. Regardless of how I felt before doing the thing, thinking about, I'm going to look stupid, or I don't know how to do this, or the first thing that actually made a difference in this confidence process was just doing the thing. So let's say with salsa dancing, it was going to a salsa class, taking my first lesson, learning how to play chess. Well, it was sitting down with my friend and playing chess, and him teaching me and talking me through how to actually play the game. Regardless of how I felt about it before, that didn't start the process of confidence. The start of the process was the action, right? And then as I took that action, as I dove in to actually do the thing first, then my emotions about the thing started to change. Whether that emotion was, I really enjoy this. Whether that emotion was, oh shit, I am scared of this thing. This is wild. I don't know what I'm doing. Whether that emotion was, this is really cool. I can see myself getting better at this thing. It doesn't really matter. It's the fact that now I have some, what we call reference experience. I have some experience in that thing. I've taken that first step to actually do the thing or try to do the thing. And so my emotions start to change. And let's say it's that after that first salsa lesson, or that first Spanish lesson, or that first chess lesson, I now have some experience and I have some sort of result from that. I'm that 1% or 0.1% better at that thing. And inherently, how you feel about that thing changes. And so it's like you've got that 0.1% more confidence now. And all we do is we repeat that process. So you're going to feel naturally when it's something new, you may feel some fear, some anxiety. But hopefully, if it's something that you actually really want to do, and it's something that you see that you want to improve at, you have a little bit of excitement, a little bit of fun in whatever that thing is. If you don't, maybe it's not for you. But there should be a little bit of that positive reinforcement there after actually even doing the thing. You've taken that first step, right? And so all it is now is just repeating that process. No matter how difficult that thing is, no matter how you feel about it, you've now taken that step. So you know you can do it again. So it's now taking that second lesson. It's taking that third lesson. It's taking that fourth lesson. And over time, obviously, you start to see more and more results, which in turn should inspire you to take more and more action. And so I think the key here is the more you actually take this action, the more you do the thing, the more your emotions are going to change, the more results you're going to see, and then that loop plays and plays again. The more you understand this concept and apply it to your life, the easier it becomes. The easier it becomes to be a beginner and not be afraid of being a beginner. And I think that's the key for a lot of people, including myself many years ago. It was always hard to start something new that you don't know, especially when you have developed confidence in one specific area. For me, that's music. I've been a professional musician for over 10 years. I feel very comfortable and confident in my abilities in that space. But going into a new space, being a beginner again, is scary because I almost maybe forgot what that felt like. It's really about practicing that and strengthening that muscle of being okay with being a beginner and realizing that action is the first step to actually building that confidence in whatever it is you want to learn. And then you can apply that to all areas of your life. That's the key here. So essentially, what I'm trying to say here in this video is you can't think your way into confidence. It's the behavior, it's the action that starts that process of confidence. It's a very common experience that we all go through as humans where we like to overthink things. So for me, for example, perfect example is YouTube. Recording this video right now, I went through weeks and weeks of thinking about, the concepts and what I need to actually make this video and how I'm going to, present this video or present videos in general. But that confidence in this specific thing started the moment I just got the camera out and did it. I couldn't think my way into the confidence, into becoming the person that records videos. I just had to do it. And so this actually, in another video, I'll go into explain more about identity, but a deeper topic alongside this is becoming that person that does that thing. And again, even with that, the action starts first. So there's another 3-step process, a quote from, I can't remember who it's by, but I learned this from my friend Wasim, who's a sales coach. He taught me this very similar framework: be, do, have. As you develop the muscle to apply this framework in any aspect of your life, you are becoming the person that is confident to be a beginner and to learn new things really quickly. And that's the be. And then the do is the action, right? So you just be the person that just does. You become the person that does. And so the have, so the results that you get, comes from being that person and the action that you take, and inherently reinforces that person you become, which is an action taker, a doer. And that's essentially where confidence is built in anything. And again, at the core of this pyramid is the action, it's the doing, regardless of how you feel. So if there's one thing to take away from this short video, is let's work on that muscle. Let's do more, let's take action, and that's where we start to build confidence in that specific thing. All right? So I hope you could take away something from this video. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.